Hey guys, Mustache here, this time with another Power Ranger figure review. This time of the Tamashii Nations Bandai Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So looking at the box here, we get kind of the usual box that we've been getting with all the other Power Rangers. We get a really nice picture of the Pink Ranger here. We get the picture of the bow, as well as the blade slinger, or the Ranger slinger. And then it says Pink Ranger on the side, another Pink Ranger on the side. The S.H.Figuarts is blue this time. And then over here we do get some pictures. It does say Simple Style Heroic Action, like much of the other boxes. Optional parts, molding, and movable. Get a nice picture of the Pink Ranger using the bow there, as well as the Ranger Slinger. And then on the other side we do get another pose of the Pink Ranger with the Ranger Slinger. And then one thing I did notice that's different between the other figures that I have is that I know my red and my green both have the background and it says Power Rangers in the background, but this one does only have the silver background. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and get into the box and look at this awesome figure. So here she is out of the box in an awesome pose, kind of that kicking pose. Much like the other Power Rangers, you know, has a awesome posability. One thing I did like, because I have seen some of the other Tamashii figures as far as like how the other Power Rangers, like girl Power Rangers go, and a lot of them have like a movable part here, so the skirt is different. But this one is actually the skirt is like a silicone, so it's actually very movable. And then if you look here, there's a slit, which allows her to make, you know, some of these higher kick movements and things like that. So I thought that was very nice as far as a change from the other figures. But let's go ahead and get into her accessories. You do get the Ranger Slinger here, much like the other figures. And then you do get her bow, which is very nice. Let me get a closer look on this bow here. So looking at the bow, you got the red detail, and then you have the pink detail on the other side. Grip is black, and you got that pink trim. So that's very cool, much like the other ones. And then you also get the Ranger stick, so just like the other Rangers. And then going into her optional hands here, you do get 3 sets of hands. You get a hand that has the kind of arrow for the bow, and then you do get the hand that holds the bow. And then you do get 2 kind of hands for the pterodactyl pose. Here, one open palm, and then one kind of arched hand. And then the last 2 hands are going to be to hold the Ranger stick and the Ranger Slinger. So let's go ahead and check out the posability on this figure here. So go ahead and start with the hand. You do get the 360 degree at the wrist. You do get a little more than, or kind of a lot more. You almost get a 180 with that. And then the head goes 360 degrees, much like the other one. Can look up about that far. Can look down about that far. Then of course the arm does go 360 degrees that way. It does go pretty far up. If you kind of work at it, you can kind of get it that far, and then can go down that far. And then going to the waist here, you can't do 360 degree at the waist. It goes about that far as movement. I don't want to force the plastic. And then same thing with the other arm. Other arm can go about that high. Can do 360 degree at the wrist. Can go farther than 90, and then can pretty much almost reach the back as far as that. And then going down to the bottom waist here, you do get a 360 degree at the waist. You do get that free belt here that kind of does spin around. And then you do get the satchel for the Ranger stick, which just plugs in. That goes 360 degrees. Going down to the legs, you do get a 360 degree at the thigh, inside the leg. And then you do get the more than 90 at the knee. You do get a 360 degree at the ankle, and then another kind of ankle movement there, as usual to the Power Ranger figures. And then you do get a almost 90 bend on the toe. And then going down to under the skirt here, you can do the like high leg, but it does kind of make the skirt move around. And like I was saying with the skirt, it's kind of a silicone, and then it's also has a cutout to where like when you have the legs straight, it'll just kind of bend down and you can still see like a white piece there instead of it being like completely, I guess, you know, broken open. The Ranger stick does kind of fall out a lot, or I mean the holster. So let's go ahead and get her into these action poses that we see on the box here and see how easy that is. This is the pose I'm going to have her displayed in on my shelf with the other Rangers, just in their power poses. And I'll go ahead and do the kind of bow pose next. So there she is in kind of the arrow shooting pose. It's a little harder than I expected to put like together, but it does look pretty good. Just kind of have to adjust a lot of things there, like the legs and how the arrow is going to sit to have it look good. But when it is all said and done, you know, if you work at it, it is something that is posed pretty well. But that is the Pink Ranger figure from Tamashii Nations and Bandai. Mustache again. Peace!